everyone, Michelle Paris here, naturopathic doctor.
And Samantha Paris, holistic nutritionist, New Roots Nutrition. Today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about label reading and why it's really important to read the labels of the products that you are eating or giving to your kids or anything, even if you're putting it on your skin. So label reading is crucial, and I always like to focus more on the ingredient side of the label versus the number side of the label. I'm actually not a huge calorie counter, believe it or not. I'm a nutritionist who doesn't count calories. Calories do not tell us about the quality of the food. Calories are, kind of an arbitrary number that give you an idea on how much energy we're going to get from a food, but it's really important to note that it doesn't tell you anything about nutrition. Okay, so you can get 100 calories from an apple and 100 calories from sugar, and obviously the apple is going to be more nutritious. This is just an example. An apple's not 100 calories. Anyways, yes, always focus on ingredients. My general rule is you can have 5 ingredients or less, and you can understand them. You can pronounce them, and that they sound like food. This is very important if it's, this chemical or that chemical. Obviously, that's not something that our bodies were designed to digest. Our bodies, have evolved and are designed to digest food that comes from the earth with no package at all. So that's in an ideal world, we're eating foods that don't even have a label. In the meantime, until we're perfect, we are going to come across a few of these ingredients on labels, and now you'll know to put these foods down if you see these ones. All right, the first on the list of food additives to avoid is hydrogenated fats. So hydrogenated fats were basically, they took plant-based oils and wanted to make them more shelf-stable and spreadable. So they injected them with hydrogen gas, and yes, this does increase shelf life, and it does make them spreadable at room temperature. However, it does not do anything for our health. In fact, they're very detrimental to health. So please avoid anything with hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated fats. This is one of the worst things we can have on a label. Artificial colors and flavors, these do not contribute to health either. They are there to make things bright and vibrant and appeal to young children. This is, not for health. They're actually linked to things like ADD even, and hyperactivity in children. Nitrates and nitrites, these are often found in packaged meats, processed meats. These can be carcinogenic or cancer-causing. Please try and avoid them. Sulfites we often find in dried fruit or wine, so maybe looking for organic wine in the future when you're done your detox and you want to celebrate. Sugar is, abundant in many packaged foods, and sugar on the label comes in many forms. It can be glucose, sucrose, dextrose. Anything that ends in OSE is a sugar. We want to try and avoid any added refined sugars, and what you're going to get into more as you get into a whole foods diet is baking your own treats and using natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup instead, or coconut sugar even. Artificial sweeteners are, another big no-no. Aspartame, Splenda, all of those things, very toxic to the brain, have been linked to obesity, even though they are calorie-free sweeteners. So please, these chemicals are not better than sugar. Even sugar, which I don't like, is better than artificial sweeteners. MSG is a flavor enhancer, and it is also very toxic to the brain. It causes kind of overexcitement, I guess, in the body and in the brain. There's a lot of added preservatives in foods like BHT, BHA, and EDTA, so trying to avoid anything with those on the label. And one other thing is iodized table salt. Too much iodized table salt can, negatively, I guess, affect blood pressure. What we want to focus on are maybe using our natural sea salts or Himalayan rock salt versus anything that has been processed like an iodized table salt and in high quantities. So just a little bit of those in moderation, and ideally you're making this food from scratch at home by yourself. And that's our label reading discussion. So, write these down. Maybe bring a list to the grocery store with you, and you can just kind of have it there for quick reference. And ideally, again, if it doesn't have to come in a package, even better.